Hello everybody and welcome back to another ForgeCraft Modpack with me, TechnoJock. This time, that's gone and done something horrible. There we go, that's back to normal. That's still purple, don't know why, never mind. Anyway, you'll notice a difference in the floor here. I have redone this with clay, because it looks a little bit like concrete, because the concrete makes me run fast, and I now have put my... or have got myself a replacement Sojourner's sash. So I'm running fast everywhere, and if I were to be running with a Sojourner sash on concrete in here, I'd never manage to stop in time and smash my face into the wall every time I wanted to get to one of my machines. One of my machines is the extractor. It is happily extracting rubber from this big stack of rubber tree saplings. Why, I hear you ask? Well, because I need plastic, I tell you. I need plastic because I'm going to be making a mob counter, and a mob counter needs factory blocks, needs plastic, and plastic across the top. More plastic. These, which need plastic, we need a lot of plastic. So we need to make 2 spyglasses, which needs 4 glass and 4 iron and 2 sticks then. So let's get going. So 4 glass. Did I say iron? Gold. And we got that, so... Was I speaking rubbish? Yes, I was speaking rubbish, and I need sticks as well, so I need 2 sticks. 2 sticks. We need stone as well to make our machine frames. We need 3 of those. And we are needing redstone repeaters, which needs more stone. So I need 6 stone, 9 stone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone. I need 1, 2 for the repeaters, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2 for the other things, and I need quartz for that. So let's quickly put these things together then. So I need and like that, and we need like that, like that. Maybe I should learn those. Might be worth learning those. Okay, and let's see how much rubber we've got, because we do need a fair bit of rubber for this. Let's start that smelting up and see if we can quickly get a bit of, yeah, lots of conduit binder in there. Come on, chop chop. And chop. Let's see, how much does this give? I can never remember how much this gives per each, but it's 4 per each, so that might do us. My maths not being the most spectacular in the world. And I want a redstone repeater and a comparator, and we can make our machine blocks like that. And we need a machine block there. Oh, we need to make our spyglasses first. So we need like that, like that, like that, and like that. Gives us 2 spyglasses. No exchange value, but I don't imagine I'm going to be making them again anytime soon. And like that over the top, and we need a comparator in the middle, and 2 repeaters like that. Now, one of the other things I need, I think I have, yes, I have that on me. I have some bits and bobs there, although I may need to change my design a little bit. I think I've got everything else over here. Let's go have a look. Right, this is our new addition. This is going to be our wither killing device, but we need to change things a little bit. So, yeah, let's take that out and that out, because we need to put it 1 lower. chop, chop. Thank you. So, we are one lower. Perfect. Now, that's going to be controlling that one there. Wait, excuse me there, sorry. Yeah, as I was saying, we need to take these ones out. And we put our... this thing. Should I put that there? And that goes like that. And then I can go around the side. Let me take off my sash just now. New and shiny as it is, not particularly helpful for doing this. That was a dangerous thing to be doing, but never mind. Right. Do I need to do that? Right, hang on. I'm a little bit confused. Oh, that's why. Now, do I have a sledgehammer? I do have a sledgehammer. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. And now, I need to fill this back in. And I don't want it to be stuck under here. But we can use this opportunity to fill this back in, because we certainly don't need that anymore either. Right. Come on, chop chop. Right. Perfect. That way anything over here is going to trigger that going up the way. Nice one. Now we need to take this down a little bit because of my redesign. I'm imagining that's going to make me hugely unpopular. There we go. They're just getting in the way. Right. Now, half of this is probably going to come down the instant that I do this for the first time, but I'm not that bothered just now. One of the reasons we need to expedite this is I'm running out of energy. And I need to get this for equivalent exchange. So, we can go like that. Like this. Like that. Perfect. And then we need to go in here because we'll be going up another level. And I would really quite like it if that ghast would stop making that noise. Because there are a few more annoying noises than a ghast. I might have to go and take care of it. There's two ghasts. Right. Are we ready to test this? I think we are. Okay, so we've got 3 wither skeleton skulls there. We've got an abundance of soul sand here. 2, 3, and 4. So, let's do this thing. And that, and step well back. And any moment now, and most of the laboratory blocks will come off. That's fine. Oh, he got me. That's unfortunate. Still, I am taking the creatures. It's just a bit unlucky there, standing a bit too close, because that's him taken care of. We have, ooh, pride shards. That's interesting. Don't know what they'll do, but they'll be coming in handy, I'm sure. We've got our division sigil, and we've got our nether star, and our yellow heart. We've got wrath shard. We are all good. Yes, it took out a fair bit of the laboratory laboratory blocks, but I'm not too bothered about that. Let's eat some food as well, and we are good to go. We now have a quick and easy way of taking care of the wither. Did he just blow out that glass as well? Okay. So, we have plentiful supply of wither skeleton skulls, we have plentiful supply of soul sand, and we now have a quick and easy way of taking care of the wither itself. So, rather happy. Also, nice source of power for our equivalent exchange. Nice. Very happy with that. Let's put some stuff away, shall we? Don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that at the moment, or that and that. Actually, do want to do this. Yep, that'll work. And this. Perfect. And now put that away. Right. Let's get back up here, because if you noticed before, we are actually pretty low on energy. But the first one goes in here. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to go and kill a couple more. Put that in there as well. That needs to be learnt as well. That needs to be learnt as well. And I think we're good on all the other stuff. So we've got raw plastic there, that can go in here. And we are sorted. So, one thing done this episode. Next thing to do is our slime crossbow that we've got. So I made the steel bolts, and you noticed them last episode, but I went away and I managed to find myself a couple of slime islands and get myself a plentiful supply of blue slime. And we've got some slime trees as well, so we can make the fletching for these steel bolts as well. So we've got our blue slime crossbow limb, which has got a good draw speed there and a decent arrow speed. Thaumium crossbow body, so we've got that extra modifier. We've got a normal bowstring. Little bit undecided whether I should go for the normal bowstring or the flame string, but from the forum post I read about this bowstring gives a better draw speed or arrow speed, one of the two. Let's have a look. No. Okay, let's try string. Draw speed 1.1, 1.2, 1.2. Okay, so this makes it a little bit faster, and faster is what I want. So, let's have a look at this thing. No, that's not going to help. There's something we can shoot. Right. So that's it. It is now cocked. And that's it. It automatically... shouldn't really put it there. Where's something we can shoot? What's the range like? Not good. Not that good. Yeah, reasonable. Managed to get that cow. Okay, so what do we want? Well, we definitely want a bunch of red. We want auto repair on this thing, so let's get some moss. And we want a bunch of redstone on it as well. So, ball of moss. Okay. Moss. I bet it's done that thing. I've noticed that recently, occasionally, some of the things aren't remembered very well. I definitely had ball of moss in there. Ball of moss was most certainly in there, so I don't know why it has decided to forget it at this point. It's really rather irritating when it does it. But not to matter. Not to matter. We can deal with this. So, if we do mossy, do 9 of these, then we'll get for that, and we'll do for the arrows as well. And just to prove a point, if I get another 9 and make another ball of moss and put it into the research station, it should show that it does know it. Okay, apparently not. Apparently I never did that. Don't believe that for a moment, but there you go. So, that in there with that gives us auto repair on that, and this on here gives us auto repair on our bolts as well. Now our bolts only have one more modifier remaining, but with our newfound source of lots of nether stars, we can do 1, 2, 3 will give us. We need a fair bit here because I'm actually going to take all of this and I'm going to go and farm up the wither for another few things, because I'm going to need a nether star for that. I'm going to need a nether star for those. I'm going to need a nether star for my angel wings that I want to make. I don't know which ones I want, but I definitely need a nether star regardless of which one, and I need to have a couple of unstable ingots as well, which will require us to do the stabilization ritual. So I shall get to that in a bit. But let me go off and farm some bits and bobs, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at something just now, because I have discovered it's taken ages to kill these the withers. They're just... It's easy mode, but it's slow mode, so I'm going to have a look at making something a little bit different, if I possibly can, with that. And I think somewhere I have... Actually, I need another one of those. And that's molten manual, I don't want that. Thaumium, tough rod, obsidian. I have to make some more thaumium, so that's iron for that, and then I need paper for the other thing that I'm wanting to make, which would just be the one, I think, of that. So let's have a quick nip through here. I think in here, yes, I do still have 2 pyrithium in here, so I can make an Enderium ingot. There we go. Let's go melt these down in the smeltery and make the other stuff at the same time that we need. So, do I have what I need? No. Do I have the other thing that I need in here? Yes, I do. With that, and we can make ourselves that. Perfect. Excellent. Brilliant. Nice one. Enderium. Not Enderium, the thaumium. This does make life an awful lot easier. Ah. There we go. And we need to get tool rod. So we'll pop that back in there. Is this ready? Not quite, but we need to get the normal sword blade pattern. And we can put away the crossbow. We're not going to need that anytime soon. That's nearly done. Any second now. There we go, and pour that out. There we go, and I want to make that. So that, and that makes our Enderium Rapier. And look at the attack damage on that. That's what we're talking about. Because that is already equal to that, and we haven't even put anything on it. So, I do want to get moss on it straight away. And let's go back to the nether and continue killing a few more withers, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, we take a break from our wither slaughtering antics for a side project, related, but let's quickly build ourselves a platform up here, well out the way of anything else that's liable to get destroyed in the... I need 3 more. Come on. Ugh. Let's do this on the ground. There we go. Right. That'll be fine. Now, I should have done this before I came out, but never mind. I do love flying with this sash on. It does make life so much easier. And we need that, and we need an enchantment table. We'll also need that, and that, because we'll need to get ourselves a sacrifice, because we're going to be doing the activation ritual for our sigil. So if we shift click on this, it tells us down there that the altar has a redstone circle, it is on dirt, you can see the moon, it has sufficient earth around it, it must not be lit by outside sources, that's fine, and it's too early. That's perfectly okay. When the sun goes down and it's at midnight, then it will be the correct lighting. And shall we use a cow, or is there something a little bit better that we can use to sacrifice? I would quite like a chicken. Doesn't look like we're going to get a chicken though. Let's have a quick fly around. Anyone? Any chickens? Looks like it's going to be a cow then. Or a pig. Piggy wig it is then. There we go. One sacrificial pig. So, I need to pop this up here and put it around like this, because we are going to be protecting the stuff underneath. That's fine. That's going to go on nicely there. So we are all set for our activation ritual. Now, the other thing that I need to do is to be able to get something with Silk Touch, so I can dig it up, and I'm going to stick it on this pick, because this pick will be ideal for that. So if we have a look in one of these, I think it's just in the volume 1, but we'll just check. That's just those modifiers for that armor. No, we don't want that one. What about that one? Modifiers in this. There we go. Upgrades. No. There we go. Silky. So we need that thing, which is a nugget with stuff around it. So we need 4 nuggets with stuff around them and an emerald. Let's do that. So emerald, and we need, so just like that, and then string. Let's do, I don't actually know, I haven't counted it out, probably not enough. Let's do that. Yep. Okay, so I need 4 more string. Like that. Perfect. And that's that. Then we need like that. Gives us our silky jewel, and if we put that in there. Now the techno pick has got silk touch on it, so that's perfect. So we are ready for the night time. So next up, another thing, because we're starting to adventure a bit more, I'd like a little bit of a safety net with some of my stuff in my golden bag of holding. And if you have a look at some of the uses for golden bag of holding, you can make magical wood and have one on either side of your golden bag of holding, and you get a golden bag of holding with reincarnating 1, which means that you get your bag back if you die. So yes, we might we run the risk, if our gravestone got destroyed, of losing the stuff in our inventory, but our golden bag of holding would be safe. And since the golden bag of holding has things like this and this and that in there, which I would definitely not want to lose, and frequently any monster spawners, which could be difficult to replace, I would quite like to keep that. So we've got 4 books there, because magical wood takes enchanted books to make. The better the enchants on the books, then the more wood you get. However, if you use emeralds, 1 emerald, or it starts off at one emerald for Flim Flam 1, and then you can move up to 4 emeralds for Flim Flam 4. Try saying that 5 times fast. So if we do this and then we surround it, because we only really need 1 at the moment, 1 or 2, and it's going to give us 17. That's a lot. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to take our golden bag, we're going to put it in there, and it's going to be our golden bag with reincarnating, and it still has all the stuff in it. So that's brilliant. That's fine. And it's got exchange value. Got to learn it. Pop that back in there. So that gives us a fair whack of stuff in there. I suppose it was 4 emeralds, but even so, that's quite a lot. 12,000 for 1. How much is an emerald? I suppose it was... Wow. 8,000. 177,000. I think that's an over unity. I'm almost certain that's an over unity. Right, hang on a minute. Let's take 4 of those. Let's take 4 books. Let's take a bookcase and 4 gold. Like that. Okay? Let's take everything else out of this. There's only a little bit left. Nearly. Right, that's it down pretty low. Are we just about out? It seems to be taking an awful lot out of it. Anyway, let's go and do this. 2, 3, and 4. Let's put them back in and see how much we get. It's going to give us another 17. If we put that in there, that gives us 215,000. Now if we go in here and we go emeralds, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then get book, 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus 1 of those, and 4 gold, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, we've still got 13 left, so we can do that all again, which I will do this once, but I'm not going to go and do it another time after this. I was just proving the concept. It's a fairly involved way to get more stuff out, but yeah, it is. I suppose if you were utterly desperate for stuff, then I suppose you could do that if you were so inclined. I'm not so inclined. And we're still miles away from it being... Well, the sun's going down, so we've got a little while to go. And this does sort of twinkle like it's enchanted when it is time to go out and do this. So let me pause just now and we will come back in a moment. Okay, it's very nearly midnight. I'm entertaining myself whilst sitting up here by shooting things with my new crossbow, which I do really need speed on, but it's quite cool. So there we go, our division sigil is glowing. It's time to do the deed. There we go. And there we go. Our division sigil is now activated, and because I put the dark glass on top, it's protected from the sunlight if it was to last as long as to get to daylight, and nothing can spawn there. I mean, spiders could maybe spawn there, but thank you for that object example. But other than that, we're pretty safe. So if I go along here with my Silk Touch pick, we can quite happily harvest this stuff. Oh my god, it's got an exchange energy value. Well, I've got some now, so let's go pop it into the magic machine and learn it. This stuff spreads anyway, so it's not a huge cheaty thing to do that, but go on then, bye-bye. It's not a huge cheaty thing to have that, but yeah, it kind of is. So let me clear this, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay then, here we go. I always hate doing this, but never mind. It's got to be done. So, click there, click that in the middle, click these round the outside, click those across the top, do that, and we have our angel wings. So let's go and put them on. Let's take our other rings off, and we shall put that into the bauble section in a second. But there we have our wings. Hooray! No, let's not put them in whilst we're in midair. So we have got nice shiny new angel wings, and that affords us the ability to fly without having to be in bat form now, which is very nice. So, yeah, I think that takes us to a natural wrapping up point. Whilst I was waiting for midnight so I could activate the sigil, I did put on all the quartz I could. So, actually, let's go and see what we can do. Let's do one last wither battle before we sign off, and I'll show you how good this thing is, and then we'll call it an evening. So let's pop through here. So this maxed out. We've got every single kind of upgrade on it, and we are ready. And this has blown out all the windows in this, so we need to do something about that, I think. Right. Let's go tearing over, and there we go. That's what we call a quick kill. And I'll put that there, and I'll put that there. Oh, well, you sneaky little so-and-so. Right, so that shows you the difference that a decent sword will make, and the other sword wasn't bad. But yeah, that takes us to an actual wrapping up point for the episode, I think. And yeah, until the next time, bye-bye, and have a funs. Have a funs.